In terms of finance industry and trends in there and some of the things that may come into play for yourselves, the banks are riding off, and when I talk about banks, I'm talking the top four. I'm talking the Suncorps, I'm talking the probably Bendigos, etc., that are closer to home. They are writing off large parcels of bad debt as we speak, right? And it's in the hundreds of millions. Why? Because they're all silly enough to go out and lend back, years ago, the 95, 100% lends plus mortgage insurance plus this plus that. Unfortunately, those people are struggling to repay and they're starting to write those off. What it means to you is that policy at the back end, they continue to tighten. So we see announcements almost daily on what they're tweaking at the back end, so something to be aware of. The debate we have, discussion, fixed or variable interest rate. You're probably thinking, which way should I go? If I can say, personally, over 12 years, 13 years, I've never fixed a loan. I think if you try and work out, the curve and stay ahead of it and so forth, you'll do your head in and probably lose along the way. I think there's a much simpler attitude to take, if I can call it that, which I've adopted, and that is that when you find interest rates rise, they don't rise by 1% overnight. It doesn't happen. It slowly starts to creep up, which means you have choice. It means that if you get your structure set up right, you could go and perhaps look at better packages out there or products out there, which we can help you with. Or what I've found over the years, when interest rates go up, there's a thing that tends to go with it. It's called rent. So if you're receiving rent in from tenants, and interest rates propping up, you do the calculations. To me, it tends to balance itself out over time. All right? We got asked the same question late last year. I think it's part of the seminar we ran in November, from memory. And first question from clients was, well, should I fix? My answer was, no, you're going to have another rate drop. And I think you'll find another one this year. Why? Exactly what Jacob talked about earlier. It is not pretty out there. Right? Manufacturing, plenty of noise around that. Economy, jobless rate, etc. It'll continue to worsen. You're coming up to reporting season now for the end of the financial year. You're going to see some bad data come out. Right? But what it's going to mean is pressure on interest rates. It'll drop again. And all your chief economists are saying the same thing. And your problem or your challenge with our treasurer will be fixed in September because he'll be gone. I'll tell you right now.